Hi everyone, welcome to my video today. It is on cosmos and what's to love about them. So I do have 4 different varieties that I have planted here, and my daughter also has one of the 4. So I want to show you the 4 of those at the end of the video, but I'm standing here with one of them and I have to tell you what it is because look how gorgeous it is. This one here is Rubenza. But before we talk about the 4 different varieties that I'm loving this year, I want to tell you what is to love about Cosmos flowers. So number 1 is they are so easy to grow. I start all of mine by seed when we're out of the danger of frost, so late spring. I'm in planting hardiness zone 6B here in Connecticut. But I have some tags around and we have some dates on them, so I'm going to try to get to those in a bit. But typically they take about 75 to 100 days from seeds, direct sow in the ground, to flowering. So it depends on the variety, but not too shabby. So number 2 is they are pest resistant. So you all know I live in the woods here. I have a lot of pest issues and you may have seen some of my videos on them, but in particular, the deer steer clear of them. And it's really interesting because the second variety I'm going to show you a little later on that I'm loving is right next to my sunflowers, and they really got to the sunflowers and skipped right over the cosmos right next to them. So deer resistant, number 2. Number 3 is the pollinators and the beneficial insects love them. So even now, today, it's fall and we're still seeing a lot of bee action on them. So bees, butterflies, and they will also get some of the good insects that they attract will get some of the harmful insects to our flowers and gardens. So number 4 is super easy care. So once they get going, they are drought tolerant. They do love their full sun and they don't mind it when it gets really hot. And they also are not that picky about their soil. And furthermore, once they come up and they're flowering, there's really not a lot of maintenance to do. You can deadhead them, but as you can see here, it's just one of the things I haven't had time for, and it really doesn't matter all that much. So they're still doing so awesome and super low maintenance, low care. So next is that they have gorgeous long blooming flowers. So look at these flowers here, and like I said, we are getting into mid-fall here and they're still stunning, but the daisy-like flowers are about 3 to 5 inches across in diameter depending on the variety. So stunners, long flowering season. And last but not least, they're very versatile in the garden and also in some pretty bouquets, which when we're done the video, I'm going to get out here and make some giant bouquets because we're getting close to a frost here. But they do look great as a backdrop in the garden or mixed in your garden borders. They have this great ferny foliage, which is a nice addition to the garden as well as the flower. Or also, if you're looking to have a wildflower look, they're great in a wildflower garden, or if you're turning your lawn into more of a meadow, they also look really pretty there. So a very versatile flower for our gardens. Okay, let's get down to the 4 different varieties that I want to talk about today. So number 1 is Rubenza, and you can see here that the flowers start off as a deep cranberry, and as they mature, they get to be this mauve color, so rosy mauve. So beautiful color scheme here. Okay, Rubenza gets to be about 36 to 48 inches tall. Most of your cosmos are a little bit taller, but there are some shorter varieties that you can pick up, and we're going to be seeing one in a little bit. Okay, I promised that I would show you a tag, and this here is Cosmos Cupcake Blush, and it was seeded direct sow on June 1st. So here we are mid-fall, and this has been flowering for quite a while. So this one here, it gets to be about 40 to 50 inches tall, and I absolutely love not only the color, this delicate pink blush and white, but look at the scalloped petals here. And here you can see how it looks like a fluted cupcake here. This one's even better. A little cupcake wrapper. Okay, I promised you a cosmos that's a little bit shorter, and this one right here gets to be about 2 feet tall, and it's called Apricot Lemonade. I have it here in my little seating area. It's a backdrop for a couple of Adirondack chairs I have here, and I'm loving this one, the delicate colors and flowers. So Apricot Lemonade, so you can see that it has some apricot and lots of yellow. And as it matures, it's color changing a little bit. So these are the newer flowers here. All right, last but not least, we have our Cosmos Sensation Mix. So there's a few white in here in the mix, so you will get shades of the pink, some white, you'll get some dark rose. So this is a tried and true for me. I plant this every year. I scatter lots of seeds, and I will put this one towards the back of my garden. But I mentioned that Hannah has some cosmos at her house too, and this is what she has, the Sensation Mix. And it gets really tall, which for Hannah is a great thing because she used it as a little bit of a privacy screen in the back of her garden, just a screen from the neighbor's house. So she mixed it in with her sunflowers or canna lilies and made a really inexpensive privacy screen. Now, the Sensation Mix can get to be up to 60 inches tall. So very tall, it's very suitable for the back of a garden. Mass plantings are absolutely fabulous of this little annual here. So that's it for today. I'm going to get out here and start picking. I will leave some in the garden because, like I said, they're really long bloomers. And another added benefit to Cosmos flowers is they will reseed themselves. So next year we'll see some random surprises of Cosmos in the garden, and they are very welcome in my gardens. So thank you so much for joining me. If you liked our video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel because we have lots more gardening videos coming your way.